Well, Abaco, tonight gonna be an interesting night. We have the man in charge of Grand Bahama and Abaco, Bernard Barnaby Jr. They call him BK Jr. We have a community meeting in the Methodist Church. And I already know that Cash gonna have a seat for me right up front, so I don't miss nothing and he don't miss me. This meeting will be held tonight, Thursday the 8th at 6 o'clock. I'm glad they're having it early because they know I don't stay out after dark because I'm afraid of the police at night. That's the only thing I'm afraid of in the Methodist Church. I don't particularly like having meeting in the church. Dunderstown had one community town hall meeting in the Friendship Tabernacle Church, and they know I ain't coming to no church to have one meeting with those bunch of gangsters, because the exclusive and the way I want to express myself, I can't do it freely in the church. I still have some respect for the church. I ain't got some respect for the people in the church, but the building itself ought not be the focus. The focus tonight with the man in charge of, the new man in charge of Abaco Heart is BK Barnaby. And all y'all were complaining to me like I in charge. The man that's in charge tonight, BK Jr., he's going to be here tonight. He should be in Abaco already. It's amazing how they prep him and they run him all so cordial, and that's the man that could send you home, could transfer you, could demote you, recommend promotion. So they feeding him. But I could feed him the true gospel tonight. That after Hurricane Dorian, the worst things that had happened in our life has been the Royal Bahamas Police Force. We went through 2 hurricanes that lasted 24 hours, but the corruption on the Royal Bahamas Police Force in Abaco has been more disturbing and lasted longer. It's 4 years now that they've been corrupting Abaco and Abaconians. And I always wanted to speak to BK Barnaby, but I can't get no number. But I got a number tonight. I need a number I can speak. And I asked this question of the Commissioner of Police, President. How is it that a citizen, namely Kai Mills, can go to Supreme Court and carry a ranking police officer, namely Deanso Cash, and the Supreme Court has found him guilty of crime against Kai Mills? Then I went back to Supreme Court because they ordered him to pay me. They found him guilty and they ordered Cash to pay me. Then I went back to secure the order, and the judge said he was paying me 5% for every month that he hasn't paid me. Commissioner of Police knows this because the paperwork has been set before him, and he still haven't paid me. But this happened while he was a sergeant, and they promoted him from a sergeant to inspector and now ASP. And Cash is carrying the DEA and the DEU around. You all can't catch nobody with Cash there. So I'm going to ask BK Barnaby, and I hope Cash is right there, to ask him, how could you have a ranking cop that has been found guilty in the highest court in the land for crime against Kai Mills, and he's still on the force? Also want to ask BK Barnaby, how is it that Cash has his own vehicle here, his own house here, and he's renting his house to somebody else, and he's renting the police have to pay for him in somebody else's house. There's small questions I want answer. You can't have the top brass corrupt. Then I want to ask BK Barnaby, because I can't see the Commissioner of Police to ask him, to ask the Commissioner of Police, did it make any sense, sir, to transfer Christopher Miners? We know he no good. We could tell by the cologne he wear, he was no good. He wear a stink cologne. So I know he was right then. When I smelled the cologne, there's a particular type of cologne them snagger bikers is wear. Miners used to wear it to be stink of that. I like to get in deep. You're saying Green. Green is the one used to jump in the gambling house, and the fellas only had $100. Big old police, red, green, jumping in the number house, pushing people around for $100. And mind, they carrying the money off the table, but nobody get locked up. Why you carry that money? That's Green. But Cash is the voice of the voice. So my question to BK Barnaby, you had the three horsemen. Miners, Green, why you leave Cash? Cash is 10 times worse than Miners and Green, because Cash been over 20 years. He knows how to commit crime in uniform. So much that your crime for being out at night on the road, $250. And most people cop up that $250. Most people ain't got $250. They ain't gonna catch me sleeping with $250 in my pocket. But that's the crime in Abaco for being out at night. One other question I want to ask BK Barnaby, what does it mean when as a young man, I don't see it on the police bus too much because they're all dark up. You don't even know what the police doing. They could be doing crime within the vehicle because you can't see them, too much dark tints. But I want to ask BK Barnaby, what does it mean to serve with courage and integrity? The integrity is not on the police cars anymore. I believe Cash took that off already. But what does it mean to be serving under the pleasure of the Commissioner of Police when these guys, half of the police in Abaco, BK Barnaby, do your own investigation. Bring somebody from Freeport in with you and look at their cars that they're driving. 90% of the police in Abaco do not have their car licensed nor insured. That's what I call the worst of the worst. They can't afford, or they refuse to license and insure their vehicle, but they out there booking people, ticketing people for the same infraction that they do every day. They're lawless. They ought not be in the police force. And then you have another idiot. Somebody pick up a lady to give a ride, and the stupid policewoman gonna book her, so she gonna make example of her. She gonna book her to show example. The lady say, I just saw the lady with a child and I'm giving a ride. I don't have no child to have no car seat. So the law now in Abaco, if you're picking up somebody with a child and if you don't have no car seat, they book you. You go before the court. So you better leave them walking. It's hard, but the police will ticket you for not having walking children in a car seat. God help us. Boy, tonight, you know, come out. Express yourself. Kai will express himself. I want front seat. Gotta be there.